What is going on, everyone? It's a great time to be holding your horses. Let me clarify. It's actually a great time, no, the perfect time to hang on to your Workhorse shares. At least, that's my opinion. I've been extremely bullish on Workhorse for quite some time now, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. In this video, I'm going to be going over all of the latest Workhorse updates, and yes, I will be talking about the USPS NGDV contract, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. So grab a pen, grab a pad, be ready to take notes, and get comfy because we're going to be starting right now. Hey, what's going on? It's Pat from Top Ticker Trades. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your wealth through investing and trading stocks in the market, make sure you start right now by subscribing and tapping that bell so you never miss a thing. I'll see you in the video. Let's go. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to yet another Workhorse video. I'm excited and glad to have each and every one of you with me today while we discuss some brand new Workhorse updates. So, without any further ado, let's get started. For all my subscribers and those returning to my channel, the Hitachi news is relatively old news as it happened last week and we've already covered it. But we're going to run through some key points very quickly. So, as you all know, Workhorse entered into a strategic partnership with Hitachi. Main purpose for that was to ramp up production. Hitachi will also help by driving customer orders, and of course, working with a company like Hitachi, Workhorse will really get to build their reputation and brand. Now, the most important thing of all, in my opinion, is that partnering with Hitachi will destroy the current bear case. If you've been following Workhorse, then you already know that there are several bearish points. But the main one that really sticks out to me is that bears say that Workhorse will not be able to keep up with the USPS NGDV contract. In other words, they do not believe that Workhorse will be able to satisfy the contract in terms of being able to produce enough vehicles in the amount of time required by the USPS contract. Now, we've discussed this a little bit before, so let me run through that real fast. In my opinion, Workhorse would have been able to satisfy this contract even without the strategic partnership with Hitachi. Number one, Workhorse is able to produce 60,000 vehicles per year. Now, they've also got Lordstown Motors that they own a 10% stake in, and they can call on at any time that they feel is necessary in order to get the job done. So in my opinion, this could have been done without Hitachi. It may have been a little tougher, but it was definitely doable. But with Hitachi, it's a game changer. It's a whole new ball game, and it indicates that something big is on the horizon. Another huge thing that we need to talk about is that Workhorse is hiring 200 new workers. I mean, that's some mass hiring going on, and it really indicates some growth that is about to happen, or at least that's what the company anticipates happening. So, what does this mean? Well, to me, it's obvious. This is screaming USPS contract. It's letting us know that the company expects to get a large portion of the USPS contract. Now, one of the other competitors that I felt was going to get a pretty decent position in this contract, or a pretty decent portion of this contract, was Ford and Oshkosh. Now, Ford is downsizing big time. Okay, they're signaling trouble. They are basically cutting down on 7,000 jobs, which is huge. So this is also telling us something. Now, whether or not Ford still gets some portion of this contract, I do not know. But my money is on Workhorse. Workhorse is going to get the significant portion, and then Ford may get some smaller portion. Another piece of really good news is that analysts have been extremely bullish on Workhorse lately. According to Oppenheimer, Workhorse has the edge among EV delivery trucks. While Workhorse has strong long-term growth prospects, there are multiple catalysts that lend near-term upside to its stock. Colin Rush initiated coverage of Workhorse with an outperform rating and a price target of $23. The company's electric last-mile delivery truck platform offers the benefit of vehicle design iterations as well as a substantial competitive advantage of supporting a flexible manufacturing model. He added that Workhorse's vehicles serve a market estimated at around $18 billion and has consumers who are unwilling to compromise on service. The analyst believes the company is in a strong position to win the USPS contract for upgrading its delivery fleet of 165,000 vehicles, which is valued at $6.3 billion. Another thing that analysts are talking about, which is pretty big, is the Horsefly. Workhorse's Horsefly drone is the only unmanned aerial systems that can be launched remotely from a last-mile delivery vehicle. And it has the advantage by being protected by patents and can potentially lower last-mile delivery costs. Workhorse inked an intellectual property licensing agreement with EV startup Lordstown Motors. As Workhorse scales manufacturing, it could leverage Lordstown's capacity to reduce capital. So a couple of weeks ago, we heard an interview on YouTube where the CFO was discussing getting into manufacturing refrigerated vehicles. Now, this could be another thing that's just huge for Workhorse, a major catalyst should it work out, and we're about to discuss all of the doors that will be open to Workhorse if this actually does work out, because it will be huge. But first, let's talk about all the investors that are buying up Workhorse. So one thing that's made me extremely bullish on Workhorse, and I've covered it a lot on my channel, several different videos. I've even got a video dedicated just to this topic, and that's Cathie Wood and Ark Invest buying Workhorse shares. So Cathie Wood pretty much only invests in disruptive technology. So she's the one that was extremely bullish on Tesla when everybody else, thought Tesla would fail. But now she definitely sees something in Workhorse because she's been buying every single dip, every single week for a while now. And we've seen this happen. We've actually witnessed it. I've covered this so many times in different videos that I've uploaded. And I see the trend continuing. I think she's going to keep on buying every time that this stock dips, which makes me extremely bullish. And I'm going to do the same thing. Now, let's talk about BlackRock. BlackRock owns over 4 million shares. And this is by no means a small position. Now, you probably recall from my previous videos that Trump has a lot to do, or is going to have a lot to do, with the success of Workhorse. And, specifically when it comes to the USPS NGDV contract. Now, let's talk about Trump and the connection to BlackRock. So, BlackRock has a CEO named Larry Fink who sits on Trump's business council. Then, the managing director, which is Craig Phillips, sat on Trump's transition team. Now, here's a cool fact that a lot of you probably didn't know, but BlackRock is one of the biggest shareholders in private prisons and immigrant detention companies. So Core Civic is one of them, and Geo the second, Geo Group, with an 11% stake in Core Civic and a 12% stake in Geo Group, which is spread across the firm's subsidiaries. And altogether, all of those shares make up $728 million. So you guys see, I'm pretty much following the money here. I'm following Cathie Wood in what she's doing. Now, it turns out BlackRock owns over 4 million shares. And with their connection to Trump, I can't help but to think that they know something that we don't. Actually, I'm pretty sure that they know something that we don't. And the same goes for Cathie Wood. They've got connections. These aren't, retail investors. They know what they're doing. They know people. And they're going to go where they're going to make money. So follow them, pay attention, do what they're doing, and you can also make some money. So now to the last topic of the day, and this may very well be the most interesting one. So a little while ago, I did a video where I was telling you guys about running into some old information, which was talking about Amazon, Google, and Walmart, and Workhorse. And I told you guys that I was going to go into more detail about that in a later video. So today I'm actually going to do that. Now, this information is 5 years old, but I thought it would be an appropriate time to actually talk about it right now because of all the new articles that are coming out that are referencing Walmart and Amazon and talking about Workhorse as a potential partner or even a buyout candidate. So we're going to go to this article that I ran into that's 5 years old. I'm going to read it to you guys very quickly, and then we're going to discuss all the newest speculation that's going around right now. With more companies joining the increasingly competitive drone delivery market, no one is quite sure who will be the first to launch in the United States. News and reviews, however, lean towards tech giants Google and Amazon, but there are others that are quietly moving forward with their mission. Google, Amazon, Walmart, and Workhorse are among the many companies either seeking to or already testing electric unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs. According to the Department of Transportation and Federal Aviation Administration's proposed rules, these small drones must weigh no more than 55 pounds, fly no faster than 100 miles per hour, and are limited to a flying altitude of 500 feet. Amazon's rotor-powered primary vehicles are expected to travel 50 miles per hour, weigh no more than Google's drone, carry 5-pound goods, representative of 86% of products sold, and also be capable of a 20-mile round trip. They will likely be launched from a warehouse. The overall goal is to transport packages to customers in 30 minutes or less, not just in the US, but worldwide. At the moment, Amazon is testing its UAV in the country and in multiple international areas. The Guardian says that Google's Project Wing will use a self-flying gadget that is capable of traveling up to the max speed limit and that will meet the weight restriction. Although its purpose has not yet been specified, it seems clear that the drone will be used for some sort of package delivery. In Australia, Google X's team has already tested flights with chocolate bars, a first aid kit, and more. The X Group is also apparently piggybacking on NASA's exemption to test its drone in California. The goal is to launch UAV delivery service in 2017. It's still early in the game, and regulation roadblocks and issues such as battery life, weather, and technology are bound to creep up for everyone. But Google has set a clear timeline for its service, and it seems they are pushing forward mighty hard. Enough to potentially be the first to launch in the United States. A relative newcomer to the drone game, Walmart plans to test UAV models from Chinese manufacturer SZDJI for the purposes of package delivery, street pickups, and inventory checks of warehouses, from which the drones will most likely launch. The company's FAA approval to test its UAV outdoors is still pending. Last but not least is Workhorse, a smaller company that developed a 30-pound octocopter named Horsefly, which has the same maximum airspeed as Prime Air, but can travel only 10 miles. That being said, it doesn't need to go far, and it's only carrying small packages when it launches from and remates in order to recharge with an EV truck, a vehicle that is already en route to deliver other parcels. Workhorse was granted permission by the FAA in October to test deliveries with their machine in Ohio. That was actually an interesting read, and it's especially interesting that it brings up Amazon, Walmart, Google, and Workhorse all, in the same article. And this was 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, trucks.com was already talking about Workhorse and their last mile delivery vehicles, which were powered with drones that actually recharge by reattaching or remating with the delivery vehicle. So this is really cool technology, and as you guys can see, Workhorse has been doing this for a while, so they really are a leader. So as you guys can see from this article from trucks.com, Workhorse really is the leader in this technology, okay? They're very innovative. They've been testing drone deliveries for over 5 years now, at least. So they are ahead of all of their competition. And now they've got the electric vehicles that are pretty much, they're able to sell them in all 50 states. And Amazon is going to want a piece of that. Amazon has already been announcing that they want to try new electric vehicles, and they're just looking for the right companies to either partner with or place orders with, or pretty much, just to take over. So Workhorse right now, in my opinion, is going to be the prime candidate for a takeover, or, even it's very likely that Amazon will place some type of order, as this really is, the technology that they're wanting to implement into what they're doing right now. They've been trying to work on their deliveries or their drone deliveries for quite some time. And whether it's that they can't exactly get the technology right, or whether it's regulations or something else that's been holding them back, is, unknown to me at this time. It is something I'm going to have to dig deeper into to figure out exactly what's going on. But from, what they've made public, statements that they've made public, they're always willing and looking for the right company to place an order from. And at some point, I imagine there's going to be a buyout offer. So we're going to see if this comes through. I don't know how long it'll take. It's just speculation. But apparently, a lot of people are thinking it because it makes a lot of sense. So hopefully Amazon will pick up on that. I mean, if we're all thinking it, then it's probably crossed Amazon's mind, and it may be in the works. They may be, giving an offer soon. We don't know. But I'm still waiting for some of those Amazon orders to be placed. This would absolutely be huge. So as you guys can see, there's many, many catalysts that Workhorse is working with right now. It's not just the USPS contract anymore, although there could be a pretty, big crash if they don't get any portion of the USPS NGDV contract. And that's mainly because I believe that a lot of that has already been priced into the share price. So we do need to see that happen. The other buzz that's going around pertains to Walmart acquiring both UPS and Workhorse. We know that, they do have the funds to do so, and this would definitely put them ahead of Amazon when the time comes. So as retailers file for bankruptcy, online business is not reaching the peak. Additionally, the virus crisis speeds up the shrinking number of retail businesses. Thus, delivery services became highly demanded via a well-organized system. So Amazon has managed to grab more market share than any other online shop in the world due to its Prime delivery system, which requires a monthly membership. By the way, UPS and FedEx have been losing significant market shares because of Amazon Prime. Just like eBay, one day Amazon may end up being at the last position of the top 10 online retailers, but the main retailer, Walmart, couldn't beat Amazon online because of not well-functioning delivery service. There is a very obvious opportunity seen to Walmart in becoming a top online retailer in the US by buying Workhorse and UPS. It may change the current situation in favor of Walmart. as both companies focus on an optimized delivery system that can openly compete with Amazon Prime. Walmart may shortly spend huge funds to harmonize them in one synergy. To make this device move, Walmart needs extra funds and mutual agreements from both well-established companies. Now, this is an article from 2019 that I found about Walmart and refrigerated trucks. So, Walmart plans to hire 900 more truck drivers with sizable salaries. See how much Walmart plans to raise driver pay to address the U.S. shortage of truckers. Walmart is raising trucker salaries in its push to hire 900 more drivers this year across the United States, which includes Texas, where it has a big concentration of large distribution centers where empty trucks get filled, according to an article in Transport Topics. Companies are competing for the best drivers as a shortage of truckers in the United States continues. Walmart is promising more predictable scheduling to be conscious of work-life balance and said it has shortened the time from application and starting work. In 2018, it also started a $1,500 referral program, or a referral bonus. In the latest hiring push, Walmart's driver wages will rise by $14 million from a combination of a per-mile increase activity and drop-off pay. That's an average annual salary of $87,500 and 21 days of vacation in the first year. There's also potential for safety bonuses. Applicants must have at least 30 months of full-time commercial driver experience with no serious traffic violations in the past 3 years. This wage increase reflects the importance of our private fleet and our commitment to recruiting and retaining the best drivers in the industry, said Greg Smith, Executive Vice President of Walmart's U.S. supply chain. Walmart has had its own trucking fleet since the 1970s, when Sam Walton was putting together what was considered the most sophisticated of retail supply chains. The company's 8,000 drivers travel more than 700 million miles and deliver to 4,700 Walmart and Sam's Club stores. The trucking industry reached a 20-year peak for tonnage hauled in 2018. American Trucking Associations estimates the industry, which has 3.5 million drivers, is short more than 50,000 drivers. Walmart ranks number 3 on the Transport Topics top 100 list of the largest private carriers in the United States.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, you've made it to the end of the video. If you found this video helpful, I ask that you help this channel out by smashing that like button, as it motivates me to keep making videos just like this one every single day. If you're not a subscriber, you should consider subscribing, as I publish valuable content like this daily. You can do so from your screen right now, and if you want to check out more of my videos, you can click on the video that you'd like to see on your screen right now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.